Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk about anxiety and catastrophizing and 3 things that can start helping you with this process today. For many of you, catastrophizing is actually what took your anxiety to the next level, and it's what took you from having negative thoughts or catastrophizing to actual physical symptoms. It can lead to panic attacks, anxiety attacks. It can ruin our entire day. Something that would happen with me is I would have one bad thought, one negative thought, and then I would catastrophize off of that thought and I would spiral. One bad thought would turn into 10. And whenever you have 10 bad thoughts going on at the same time, it's very, very difficult to challenge or to let things go or to practice some other methods to help calm your anxiety. So what we want to do is we want to get in there very, very quickly whenever it comes to catastrophizing using one of the 3 things I'm going to share with you today. So with this first trick, guys, I want you to try this. This is something probably that you could start using immediately today. I made a video yesterday about the what ifs, and with catastrophizing, guys, we're thinking worst case scenario, right? We're the tiny, tiny statistic. There's 99.99999% chance that this isn't going to happen, but we're going to go with the 0.0001% chance that it could happen, right? And it makes us miserable. And yeah, so what I want you to do is I want you to counter every what if that you have, right? And I don't know what you fear, okay? It could be heart attacks. It could be something to do with your relationship, right? Or your job or traveling, or what if that vacation goes horribly because I'm going to have anxiety? What if that plane that I'm going to get on crashes, right? What if I end up having to go through a divorce? What if I end up going broke and I can't pay my mortgage? All these what ifs, right? When you know that there's a huge amount of evidence that that's probably not going to happen, but we have to start presenting that evidence to our subconscious. So I want you to simply do this and see how it works. It'll get your foot in the door with some positivity, and it can actually start helping you heal and to rewire. I want you to say, what if it doesn't happen? It may seem simple, but try it. Trust me. If you do that all throughout the rest of today after watching this video, I can bet you're going to feel at least a little bit better, right? It's to get your foot in the door, right? I'm not asking you to do anything else. We'll talk about the other 2 tips in a second, but start with, what if it isn't a heart attack though? And say it again, but what if it isn't? But what if it isn't? And your subconscious will try it on you again. It'll be like, but what if it is? But what if it is? But what if it isn't? You know what I mean? What if it isn't? Kind of exhaust your anxiety. Your anxiety will finally kind of give up whenever you're not constantly entertaining it with fear. You're offering some safety. You're offering some peace, right? You're countering it. So try that throughout the rest of the day with whatever the what if is for you. You know, what if this bad situation happens? What if it doesn't? What if my speech goes great? What if my trip goes great? What if the plane doesn't crash? You know what I mean? What if this isn't a heart attack? What if this isn't a disease, right? What if I do get the job? You know, what if I am able to pay my mortgage at the end of the month? Now, once you've got the what if response down, right? What if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't happen? Now I want you to take it to the next level and add some safety, right? Some context. Give context, because your subconscious wants to know why we're not going to have a heart attack, or why are we going to be able to pay our mortgage? You know, why is the plane going to stay in the air? You know what I mean? You have to offer some context on why that situation is probably not going to happen. Present all the evidence. So for instance, what if it is a heart attack? And you're like, but what if it isn't, right? That's the first step. I have so much evidence that I have anxiety, that I don't have a heart condition. I've gotten checked out by many doctors, by specialists. I've had all these tests done. Whenever I get really distracted, these symptoms go away. That's not how heart disease works. I'm able to get through some of my workouts. If I was going to have a heart attack, it would probably happen then, not right now when I'm sitting on the couch. I've had this for a long time. Disease is progressive. It would have gotten worse by now. This isn't going to be my 10,000th heart attack that I survive. You see what I'm saying? You're presenting now context to your subconscious, right? So if you couple that with the first step, well, what if this isn't a heart attack? And then you present your evidence, now your subconscious is starting to feel even more better about the situation. But you got to be consistent with this. And now apply the example that I gave just then with any of your fears, right? Now the third step, guys, once we've countered the what if, and then we've given context as to why that situation is probably not going to unfold, now we have to make peace with that and let go of control, right? let go of control. This might be the hardest part of this 3-step system, but eventually you will get better at this as time goes on. I've done what I can do. I've addressed to you subconscious why that's probably not going to happen. Now I'm going to let go of control and have faith and belief in myself that things are going to be okay. And if something does happen in that situation, I will be able to handle that then, right? I will be able to handle that then. A lot of our anxiety is always based on the future, right? It's anticipatory anxiety about that speech, about that trip, about that plane trip, or anything, about that doctor visit that I have coming up or that interview. You got to start having faith and believe in yourself through the tools that you're learning through videos, or the tips that you're reading through books or courses, or things that you're getting from your therapy or coaching, that those things are going to be there whenever you need them, whenever you are stressed or anxious. I'm going to save the fear for the moment. That interview is going to be an opportunity for me. I'm going to let go of control when it comes to this anticipatory anxiety and these fearful thoughts and these catastrophizing thoughts. I'm going to let go of that in the meantime, right? Because it's going to do me no good. I'm going to walk into that interview like a loaded gun, going in there already trembling and shaking. I'm going to be so nervous at the airport. I'm going to be so nervous whenever they're putting the blood pressure thing on me. You know, I'm going to save my fear, any fear that I am going to have, any anxiety that I am going to have. I will let that happen then, and then I will use the tools that I've been practicing to get through that. I'm not going to worry about a test that I have coming up in 3 weeks. 3 weeks of my life is going to go by, and it's going to be wasted. I'm never going to get that back, right? So start practicing at the end of countering and challenging your catastrophizing, right? End it with, I'm going to let go of control of this. I'm going to make peace with it. I'll be able to handle that situation if it does arise. If you want more help with your anxiety recovery, check out my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. It's helping a lot of people. It's going to give you a step-by-step process on how I got through panic disorder, health anxiety, and generalized anxiety disorder. Once you click on that link down below, you'll be able to see the entire curriculum, so you know exactly what you're getting into. I'm just going to say, you need to work hard whenever it comes to getting out of your anxiety, all right? It's going to take time. You need patience. You need to be consistent. You need structure. You need a foundation. You need a routine, right? You need to be getting after exposure. That course is going to walk you through that entire process. So check that out if you haven't. My coaching information is down below. There's a link for online therapy. Check that out. And my social media is down there. Guys, please like this video if you got some value. And until next time, keep fighting.